Stop what you are doing right now. If there is noise around you, let the silence settle. If there is someone near you, this moment is not for them. It is for you. What comes next is not background content. It demands all of you. You passed the test. You felt the urgency of a time that was running out, the feeling that a door was about to close, and you remained standing. The world saw you at your limit, and the enemy thought your impatience would be your end. They understood nothing. This morning, heaven recalculated the route of your life. Archangel Michael, the general of the heavenly armies, intervened and postponed heaven's schedule for your sake. And I need to tell you exactly why the phase of waiting and despairing has just been closed in the divine court. You did not arrive here because of an algorithm. You arrived because you were marked to arrive. This is divine alignment. And what you survived was not to break you, it was to prepare you for this exact moment. The feeling that time is running out is not anxiety, it is discernment. It is your spirit recognizing a celestial window that has opened and is about to close. It is the mind that endlessly repeats, "It's now or never." The body that feels an urgency reason cannot explain. The money that seems destined for a greater purpose. The feeling that every second counts. It is the question that never stops. If I don't act now, when will I? There is one thing I will place in your hands before this message closes. Something Solomon left recorded for the child of God who needs to understand and act on divine windows of time, and that fits in your pocket. It is not a book to study. It is an instrument to bear the weight of the decision. I will return to this. For now, stay. You feel the pressure of a decision that cannot be postponed, the loneliness of knowing that something big is at stake, and no one else seems to see it. It is the weight of the call on your shoulders. And on this exact matter, on the urgency that brought you here, I have already left the instrument waiting for you in the first pinned comment. If you need to leave before the end, it is there. But stay, because the Hebrew name for what is happening to you has not yet been spoken. Have you ever felt that this urgency is not just human, but spiritual? What if this pattern of feeling that time is running out is a sign that there is a battle against the purpose God has placed on your life? It was in seeking answers to this that I found this digital guide called the Solomon Code. This guide is not just a reading, it is a key of spiritual understanding. A tool made for those who wish to see beyond appearances, to stop treating this urgency as simple impatience, and to understand why time seems to accelerate so much against those who bear a mark of God. Several chosen ones here on the channel have already felt the call of the code, but have not yet made the decision to download the digital guide. Download it right now. It is available in the first pinned comment. If you are one of the first to download it, come back here and write Amen. This will be your act of faith, and today, God may show you the reason why heaven postponed its schedule for you. There are 5 signs that a celestial window has opened for you. The first is the inexplicable urgency, an inner certainty that something must be done now, not tomorrow. The second is the triple confirmation, when the same message reaches you from 3 different sources in a short period. The third is the peace in the decision, a calm that settles in your heart when you contemplate the path that frightens you, but which you know is the right one. And about this scene, the peace that comes in the midst of the storm of decision, I have already left the instrument waiting for you in the first pinned comment. If you need to leave before the end, it is there. But stay, because the Hebrew name for what is happening to you has not yet been spoken. The fourth sign is sudden favor, doors that open unexpectedly, resources that appear out of nowhere. The fifth is fierce opposition. The enemy rises with fury because he knows your time of advancement has come. To act in these windows, you need the diagnosis of the 3 breaches. First, the breach of hesitation. Where do you know what to do, but fear paralyzes you? Second, the breach of distraction. What urgent but not important things are stealing your focus? Third, the breach of unbelief. Where is your past experience limiting your faith in what God can do now? This is anchored in Proverbs 3:5-6, which says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." And if you are feeling right now that this is exactly what you need, before I even continue, Place your thumb now on the link in the first pinned comment. Don't click yet, just place your thumb. Feel the weight of the decision before you make the decision. This guide is not a method to do more, it is an instrument to endure more. It does not train you, it covers you. And the next divine opportunity arrives sooner than it seems. And it comes with 2 seals for your home, not for your performance. The first seal is the ritual of the righteous sleep. It is an audio. You do not read, you lie down. And what you used to call insomnia, today you will call unsealed vigil. And you will learn to seal the night with the right name, in the right order, in the right voice. The second seal is the awakening of clarity, the 7 morning decrees, 7 short sentences, 1 for each morning of the week. So that you no longer wake up without identity, so that you cross the first hour of the day with the posture of one who has been sent and not with the posture of one who has been run over. You have a 7-day unconditional guarantee to use and feel it. 7 full days. If in 7 days the instrument has not touched what needs to be touched in you, if the clarity has not arrived, you send an email and get your money back. No questions, no justification. And the 2 seals, the ritual and the decrees, remain with you even if you return it. They are yours, without condition. But I need to be direct with you. The real risk is not spending less than 2 coffees. The real risk is the next celestial window closing, and you are still empty-handed. This is the risk that has a face. And it is of this face that I need to speak with you now. And maybe you are asking yourself some questions now that deserve an answer before we proceed. What if it's just my anxiety and not a window from God? Anxiety leaves you confused. God's urgency brings a strange peace in the midst of the pressure. How can a digital guide help me with something so spiritual? The Spirit of God uses the simplest means to deliver the most powerful keys. I don't have time to read. This guide is not for reading, it is for using. They are tools, not theories. And yet if you only want the guide, it is already sufficient. But the complete house comes with all 3. A 42-year-old store manager, feeling that her time at her job was over, used the guide and in the same week received an offer to start her own business. The sentence she sent me. I felt that Archangel Michael was opening the way before me. A 24-year-old student, paralyzed by indecision about his career, applied the diagnosis of the 3 breaches and had clarity on his next step within 24 hours. His sentence, "It was as if a fog had lifted from my mind." A 65-year-old grandmother, who felt her time to contribute had passed, used the morning decrees and started an online prayer ministry that today reaches hundreds. Her sentence, "I discovered that God has no retirement age. Maybe in 3 hours you will be in bed again, with the same sense of urgency, remembering that you saw this video and still did not reach out. Maybe at the next opportunity that presents itself, hesitation will speak louder again. Maybe next year you will look back and realize that this was the moment, and the opportunity continues to arrive with the same alarm clock, with the same coffee, with the same door opening at the next window. The link is in the first pinned comment, pinned for you, not for everyone. For you who need to cross the next window with the instrument in hand, click now. And when you do that, when you open this link, you are not buying a book. You are accepting an instrument that Solomon prepared for your ordinary day. And what you will understand next, when you hear the Hebrew word that is coming now, will change the way you read everything that has happened so far. The Hebrew word that defines exactly what is happening to you is moed. Pronounce it with me in a low voice wherever you are. Moed. Moed means appointed time, set meeting. It is not just about the time on the clock, it is about God's time, a divinely orchestrated convergence of purpose, preparation, and opportunity. It is not just a dictionary translation, it is a word that describes a state, a posture, a call. And when you hear this word, something inside you calms down, because it was already happening inside you. You just didn't have a name for it. And about this word, it is written in Psalm 4, verse 8, "In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety." It is not a promise of the future, it is a declaration of state. Queen Esther lived a moed moment. She was a Jewish orphan who became queen of Persia, hiding her identity. When a decree of extermination against her people was signed, her cousin Mordecai told her, And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this? She had to risk her life to present herself to the king without being called, a violation punishable by death. The instrument she used was strategic wisdom, courage and faith that she was in the right place at the right time for a reason. She did not improvise. She prepared, fasted, and acted with precision. The turning point came when the king extended his golden scepter, a sign of favor. And what Esther had to improvise in the palace you can do now with a guide in hand. The instrument that Solomon left recorded is the same one that is waiting for you in the first pinned comment. Let me stop for a full minute and put everything you have just heard into simple words without poetry, without metaphor, just the facts. Fact 1. There is an appointed time by God for your life called Moed. Fact 2. It manifests as a holy urgency and a confluence of events. Fact 3. Queen Esther was the target of this same call and her actions saved a nation. Fact 4. Your hesitation, which you call prudence, is exactly what the spirit of confusion needs to convince you to give up at the next window of opportunity. There are 3 types of calls that are being tested now by the spirit of confusion. You are one of these 3 types. When I name yours, your spirit will leap in recognition. The first type is the pioneer. You are being called to break new ground, whether in a business, a ministry, or a family change. The attack against you is doubt and fear of the unknown. The second type is the bridge builder. You connect people, ideas, and resources. The attack against you is overload and burnout. The third type is the guardian. You have been positioned to protect something valuable, your family, your integrity, a legacy. The attack against you is weariness and the feeling that you are fighting alone. And concerning your type, heaven had already sealed 3 names. The first name is Map Bearer. You have the vision of where to go, but you need the confidence to take the first step. Solomon's instrument teaches you to trust the divine map, even without seeing the whole path. The second name is Architect of the Encounter. You create the spaces for the right things to happen at the right time. The third name is Sentinel of the Moed. You are the watchman who recognizes the dawn of opportunity before everyone else. If one of these 3 names has struck you more forcefully, write the number below in the comments. 1, 2, or 3. This is your first act of taking possession of your identity, and these 3 weapons alone are a memory. With an instrument they become a covering. To recognize the cycle without having the instrument that Solomon left is to receive the diagnosis without the treatment. And furthermore, there are 4 portals beyond these 3 that I cannot open here, not for lack of time, but for density. Each one needs its own page with the exact counter-weapon, and while I do not deliver these 4 here, the spirit of confusion knows them all. The guide delivers them. But before I let you go, there is one last point. The last obstacle is not the enemy. It is a voice inside you that sounds dangerously reasonable. It is the fear of seeming ungrateful. It is the fear that by accepting an instrument, you are telling God that what He has already done was not enough. It is false piety. It is pride dressed as humility. God does not give you strength so that you refuse the weapons He Himself has forged for your battle. To accept the instrument is not to doubt the strength. It is to honor the general's strategy. Now I want you to close your eyes wherever you are. Place your right hand on your chest and repeat with me in a low voice, if you need to, but let it come out of your mouth. Father, I give you the weariness that has accumulated in these last months. I release you from the fear of seeming ungrateful. This is the most subtle chain. My urgency is my gratitude, and I receive now the 3 names that have been sealed upon me: Map Bearer, Architect of the Encounter, Sentinel of the Moed. Not for me to boast, but for me to remember, for me to cross what is to come with them in my mouth, in my posture, in my chest. And before the voice that comes now, I need you to hear something. The intensity of what you have been through in recent months is not proof that something is wrong with you. It is proof that you are exactly where you have always known you should be. If this hits you now, right below, I receive the turning point. And now the Father's voice, listen. Son, daughter, I saw you in that meeting, feeling that time was running out. I never lost sight of you. I never closed the seat at my table that has your name on it. Your name is engraved on the palm of my hands. The chair is yours. The pride for your faithful heart has never been withheld from you. And there is a voice that is speaking now inside you. A voice that says, "This is not for me, this is for someone with greater faith." I need you to hear this from me now. You have permission. You have permission to receive what you have not earned. You have permission to occupy the chair at the table without having to justify. You have permission to let the version of you that needed to suffer, to feel worthy, die. Solomon did not prepare this instrument for those who are already ready. He prepared it for those who are tired, and the one who is tired is you now. I now extend my hand towards your home and decree a covering of sealing over all that belongs to you, over your table, so that every decision is made with divine clarity. I declare a covering over your children and your spouse if you have them. May they be kept from all confusion and distraction, and I decree a covering over your work, over your hands. May everything you touch prosper according to God's time. You are committed, you are commissioned, you are sent. You are committed, you are commissioned, you are sent. You are committed, you are commissioned, you are sent. Before I release you, I want you to walk with me to a room you have not yet seen with your physical eyes. Do not force it. Just let the image come. There is a long, dark wooden table. The light comes from above, from a place you cannot identify. There are people sitting there. Some you have loved and are already gone. Others you have not yet met. The faces look like family. And there is an empty chair near the head of the table. Your shape is carved into it. The wood remembers you. Solomon is at the head of the table and he nods as if to say, "We were waiting for you." You are not creating this scene. You are remembering it. The chair has always been yours. Only you were missing. Do not say amen yet. Sit in this for a moment. Feel the weight of what has just happened. Now you can say amen. The Solomon Code is waiting for you in the first pinned comment right below, with the ritual of sleep and the 7 morning decrees, for less than 2 coffees. Because a sentinel of the Moed without a covering rots at the next window of opportunity. And the adversary is counting on the next window. It is not an expense, it is an instrument. And Solomon prepared it for you to cross what is to come with a firm hand, not with empty hands, with a 7-day guarantee. The risk is ours, the hand is yours. Click now while the decree is still alive in your chest. Not tomorrow, not after the shower, because whoever leaves it for later leaves it forever. And the adversary already knows this. In the next 3 hours he will speak inside you, not in a loud voice, in sequence 5 short sentences. You'll think about it tomorrow. You need this money for something else. This is not for you, it is for someone with greater faith. It's not the right time, you need another sign. If it's from God, it will happen eventually. You don't need to do anything. 5 waves. He tries from 5 angles. On one, you give in. Today now, before the next window, not after. Today. And Solomon will sustain you. And before you go, think of one specific person. Not many. One. The person whose name came to you now when I said this. Someone you know is facing a window of opportunity, but is paralyzed by fear. Someone who needs the same sealing you have just received. Send this video to them. They are waiting for this word to arrive. Maybe it will be your hand that delivers it. It is not your favor, it is service, and heaven sees. If you have made it through this video to the end, comment below. Amen received. And send this video to that specific person who came to your mind. It is done. What was delivered here has been delivered. You are not the same person you were when you pressed play. You are deeply loved. You have never been forgotten. The chair is yours, and so it is sealed. The next window of opportunity can wait another 10